Hello everyone, welcome back to another N.E.S.T video. So we're going to do a warm-up first thing today, and this one's going to need a bit more of your imagination. So today we're going to imagine that everyone at N.E.S.T is going on a canoe trip. So we're going to a big lake somewhere. Imagine the one you went to when you went to Kielder, and we're all going to go on canoes, and we're going to go and have a bit of a, what's the word? Not a boat around the lake. That's not how we're canoeing around the lake. So yeah, we're going to pretend we're going somewhere like Kielder. So first of all, what we've got to do, we've got to lift up the boat. So we've got the canoes. Imagine that someone else is there. We're both carrying two canoes on either side with your friends on the other side, and the other leads are there as well. So we're going to bend down and pretend that we're picking up some two boats on either side, and we're going to clench our fists. And we're going to lift them up again, and we're going to keep on clenching, and we're walking. You keep stretching your arms really tight so you're clenching your fists with your shoulders down as far as you can get them, and we'll keep walking. Okay, so now we're at the edge of the lake, so we're going to need to put our boats down. So we're going to keeping our back straight and our arms straight and clenched because we're holding the boat. We're going to lean back down and then put them on the floor. So now we need to hop into the boat. Or actually, first of all, we need to put on our life jackets. So what we're going to do with our life jackets, we're going to do the action over again. So we've got them out there and we're going like that. So we're putting them on over our arms, and then sealing them there. So doing that action, like we're putting on a life jacket. Okay, so now we're going to hop into the boat. So we're going to jump to one side, and we're going to keep jumping like we're hopping into the boat. Okay, so now we're in the boats. So there's at least two of you in the canoes. So pick a friend that you haven't seen in a while, or Aline you haven't seen in a while. So you could be in the boat with Bridget, could be in the boat with Nisha. So we're going to now, we just need to row. So we're going to put our arms forward, and we're going to go like that and around. Pretend like we're rowing a boat. And we're seeing the birds all around the water as well, and you're looking through the water to see if you can see some fish. We're trying not to hit the fish. And you look back and you can just about see the edge of the lake, so you can see all the pebbles and sand where the water meets the land. Okay, so your arms maybe get a little bit, but then there's some trees in the way. We're going too close to the edge and there are trees in there, so we've got to miss the branches that hang close. So we're going to lean to the side while we're rowing. We're going to lean to avoid hitting the branches because we don't want to whack a branch with our heads. Okay, but now we've come too close to something, so we need to pedal the other way, and we're going backwards. Okay, and now we got some food containers earlier because we were going to have lunch. So we had some lunch boxes in the boats with us, but when we hit the side, we were trying to avoid the branches. Some of the food fell out, so now we've got to try and, while staying in our boats, we've got to pick up some of the food. So we're going to scoop up like that, trying to still keeping our legs straight in the same space are going to keep them still. We're going to try and scoop up the food because you don't want to lose our sandwiches. Okay, so now I think we've got everything. I think we've got all the food. If you could look around, we're looking around and we can't really see anymore. We think we've got everything. So now we're going to do a bit more rowing. We're going to row. We're going around, we're looking at all the trees. And so you can see in the distance, can you see in the distance, if you remember that big wooden head in the forest at Kiel there, can you see that in the distance? Try and see. And you can see further along because we're all there, so we're all in our canoes. You can see your friends, they're in their boats. You can see Bridget and Nisha and Emma and Maria's there as well, and so is Marina. And we're all on our boats and you're kind of waving to them as you're going, having a little bit of a break, and you can see them right in the distance over there and you're just waving across. So yeah, we're waving across, and now we're coming back to the beach, back to the land. So we're just rowing a little bit just to get wrapped to the land while we can get out. So we're going to get out of the canoes, we're going to lift our legs really well. We're going to keep doing that action as well, like we're getting out of the boats and we're helping others get out of the boats as well. So open our arms. Okay, so now we're going to lift the canoes back as well to bring them back. So we're going to bend down, arms straight, clenching our fists. We're going to straight back up again, keep clenching with our arms really straight, shoulders down, and we're just going to have a bit of a walk. Imagine we're carrying the canoes. Everyone's back on land now, and we're about to head back home. Okay. So we've got to lean down, unclench your fists, loosen up for your arms, boats are down on the floor, we're going to stand up. Cool, so shake your legs a little bit and on to the next activity.
Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. Today we'll be doing a science experiment where we investigate an X density and water's density and how they work together. So what is density? Density is the word we use to describe how much space a substance or object takes up, which is also known as the volume in science terms, in relation to the amount of matter in that object or substance, which is also known as the mass in science terms. Heavier and more compact objects or substances tend to have higher density. So what we'll be needing for today's experiment is 3 glasses, 3 eggs, 3 raw eggs, some salt, and some water. So what we do first is we're gonna fill these glasses equally. So I chose these particular glasses because they have this thing here, which is an indicator, so I can fill them up equally. So if you do have something similar, please use it. Let's fill them up. So we're gonna put salt in the 2 out of the 3 glasses of water. Put plenty of salt so this can work. That is plenty of salt. Then we have to mix very well so we can make sure this works and the salt dissolves very well. I'm using a fork to do that. Let's try the other one. I'm gonna add some more salt just to be sure. And then we mix again. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we'll drop this egg into the glass of water without the salt and see what happens. Before doing that, maybe think of what might happen according to the information I gave you at the start of this video. So let's do it. Drop the egg carefully so it doesn't crack, because you want to reuse these eggs. So the egg went at the bottom of this glass. Hope it didn't break. It didn't. So that happens because the egg has a higher density than the water, so it goes at the bottom. So we have 2 glasses of salt now, and I'm gonna try to make a bit more. I'm not sure if there's enough salt. I'm going to drop the egg into the water with the salt now. And the egg floats. So that happens because by adding the salt into the water we increase its density. So the density of the water gets higher than the density of the egg and the egg floats. So you can see here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this egg into the 3rd glass of water which has salt in it. See what happens. So the egg floats, as we already seen in the last experiment. Not exactly, but yeah, that's not right. Yeah. And now we're gonna put some water into it and see what happens. Fresh water, by the way. So the egg now floats a bit in the middle because we diluted the solution. So the density again changed and there is neither floating or going to the bottom. So we have the egg at the bottom and egg in the middle, magnetic floating. And that's today's experiment, kids. I hope you liked it and see you next week.